Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Uh, Before we start, I would like to please ask you if you like the video, if you find it useful, give it a like, subscribe. If you think the videos are too long, if you think I should just put the essential, give a comment in the description. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, give it a thumbs down. If you don't like the video, uh, please also comment below so I know how to improve. Anyway, let's go back to our repair. Today we have another Lenovo with the backlight issue. So if I turn it on, well, it's not coming on anymore. I think the battery is dead, so let me grab the power supply. Okay, so 20 volts, starting the laptop. Let's see. You see we have a Lenovo logo in there, so we know the laptop works. Let's see why these laptops don't work. Okay, so give me a second, let me take out all the screws. If you think I should cut the part where I open the laptop, please let me know. Okay, so I got all the screws out, right? Let me open it up. Now, before we even start touching anything inside, let's remove the battery. The Lenovo warranty seal is still in there, so we know nobody opened this up. Let's have a look, see if we can find anything. Okay. Okay, nothing burned in here. I think the fuse is on the other side. Let me take the SSD out first. Okay, SSD is out. Let's see anything. Let's have a little bit of dust in it. Yes, no problem. Okay. Now the 20 volts should be the first 2 or 3 from here. Okay. So let's plug the power supply. Okay. We don't need to turn on the laptop. Just power supply. And then let's measure a little bit. See if we have the 20 volts. I think 20 volts is here. And we don't have any 20 volts, right? We have the 3 volts. Okay, so we don't have anything. Okay, okay. Okay, so we're missing the 20 volt from here, right? Okay. Now, if I turn on the laptop, let's see if we have the 3 volts. 20 volts is missing, right? And 20 volts should be here, and it's not. What about 3 volts? Yeah, I do have 3 volts, so that is good news. Okay, most likely the problem is the fuse. Okay, so with the battery disconnected, let's remove the screen and let's open the laptop. Okay, we need to remove this hinge because this hinge is holding, it goes on top of the board. Now let's remove the motherboard screws. Okay, we do have another cable in here that goes under the board, so we might want to be careful with that, right? Now we just twist the board like this and remove this cable. Now this cable is also glued in there. Okay, so we have the board out, right? Okay. Now the fuse should be just under the connector. So let's remove this. This should be an easy fix. Okay, I see the fuse. We have one fuse. And we have two fuses. We have three fuses in here. One is for the screen. Let's put this in beeping mode. This is the fuse for the backlight. This fuse is gone, right? You see? Now this is the fuse for the mic or for the camera. This is okay. And this is the fuse for the mic or for the camera. This is, if this is for the camera, then this is for the microphone. And this is okay. So the only fuse that is burned is the fuse for the backlight. Okay. Now let's rebuild this fuse. I mean, this Lenovo failed this much that I should probably just buy the original fuses. Okay. Okay, let's see. We're gonna use a little bit of brushing. Okay. I'm gonna run a wire from here. Wait. I don't like this tip. What tip is it? Let me find the other tip. This one. I like this tip. I like this curved tip more. Now we're gonna run a wire from, let's see, from here to this cap. because this goes, you see there's nothing here, but from here to here, yes. So we're gonna run away from one side to the other side. Don't worry, nothing bad is gonna happen to the laptop because we're running this wire. It's not gonna explode or anything. This wire is rated okay, where's my the same as the original wire. We're putting the fuse inside is just a wire anyway. You know, someone was asking, why don't you just buy the fuses? Because if you open 15 laptops, there are probably 15 different fuses inside. You know what I mean? I can't buy fuses for every single type of laptop. I mean, if you only do, say, Dells, you know, you can get motherboards, you can get all sorts of things. If you do HP, you can buy everything for that make or model. When you do a little bit of everything, then it's a bit more tricky. Wait, you can't see what we're doing in here. Okay. Now let's remove this excess. I put a little bit more because this wire has a protective coating on it, and unless you burn that coating, you can't solder the wire. So I put a bit more just to burn that coating, and then you remove the excess. Okay, so let's see if we have continuity from, say, here to here. Okay, so we do. Let's clean a little bit more. Okay. We did check the other two fuses and are good. So why did this fuse blow? This fuse actually didn't blow. If you check it out, let me see, where is it? I seen it a second ago. I lost it. Anyway, I'm going to zoom a little more so you can see what happened in here. Okay. Let me see if we can see it. The fuse didn't break. Didn't burn. What did happen, focus. Okay, so here. Okay, so what did happen, if you see one of the side of the fuse is here, you see this one, the other side of the fuse is gone. You see there's no metal thing in here. Now this metal thing in here was barely holding on. When we measured it was here, and when I pushed the first time against the fuse it did work, but then when I clean it, it came off. because it was falling apart. Now that bit from the fuse, that end was here somewhere. It's gone into the stratosphere. Okay, so this fuse didn't blow, it's just disintegrated in here. Anyway, let's test it. Okay, let's put back the other fuses for the camera and the microphone. We did test them and they were okay. Usually when the fuse blow because of a short circuit, because the customer removes the cable without unplugging it first. I'm gonna plug the cable after, right? What I want to see, I want to see backlight on the screen, and if I see backlight on the screen, then I'll do the rest. Okay, we plug in this cable, and I want to put a screw in, so when I turn the board around, the board doesn't move. We don't want the board to move. Maybe we break the cable or something. I'm not gonna put in the battery. Okay, so we have everything disconnected. Okay, except the screen. I'm gonna put in the fan as well, so we see it working. We see it coming on. I remove also, like I said, the bias battery, so that I don't have to connect the power button. Okay, and let's have a look. If we plug in the power cable, it will reboot a few times because we have the, you see the fan is spinning. We have removed bias battery, so we will reboot a few times. And I'll show you in a minute why that fuse actually blown. I thought it has disintegrated, but I think it's blown. And we do have light, right? Now, you see? Now, I'll show you why that fuse has blown. Now check this out. You see in here is double-sided tape. You see, this is double-sided tape. In here is also double-sided tape. You see, so someone removed this, changed the screen on this laptop. This is probably a new screen. Change the screen on this laptop without removing the battery first. You want to do that, you may want to make sure that you remove the battery first. So battery is now out. Let's remove back the board, because we have a cable that goes under the board. Okay, so let me remove this. Now we have this cable in here. You want to put it like that, and then connect this cable. Now this cable is connected. Okay, now let me put the two screws from the motherboard. There's one in here, and there was one in here. Okay, I mean, now we connect this cable. This ribbon cable is for this IO board in here, which has the power button and some USB, maybe the proximity sensor. I'm not going to connect the fan just yet because I want to remove it and clean it. Let's connect the battery for the RTC. Okay, now let me remove the fan. Okay. We have the antennas in here. Let me clean this a little bit since we are here. Okay, so let's put the fan back. Let's go something like this, right? So we have one screw in here. Now let me put the antennas before connecting the other two screws, because you see you might need to move a little bit the fan up and down so you connect all the screws, all the cable under the antenna. Okay, now let's connect the Wi-Fi. The main antenna is the gray one. Okay, I mean the main antenna is the black one and the auxiliary one is the gray one. I don't know if it matters or not, but we are going to put them as they were. Okay, now let's put this. Okay, let's put this rubber thing in here. Okay, now let's put the SSD back in. Okay, so they changed the screen without removing the battery, you know. That's good, otherwise we won't have a job, right? I mean, breaking things is a learning process, I guess. So this is in, let's check the other side as well. Now let's see, this is plugged, this is plugged, keyboard is plugged, the sound is plugged. We need to plug in the battery now, right? And we need to put in, no, before I put in the cover, let's see if the fan is working. Let's give it a go again. It's not starting because the battery is probably dead. Let's see if it's charging. So it's flashing the power button. You see, when the power button flashes like that, is because the battery is very discharged. Also on the side in here is flashing in here as well. You see, when it does flash like that, because the battery is very low, but it does turn on, and I'm gonna turn it back off now, and we are going to check if it's charging. You see, this is the giveaway. Okay, you wanna check the camera's working? Yeah, sure. Let's try it. Well, we need to, wow, it's got plastic on top of it. I don't know if I'm typing anything. Okay, camera. Okay. So the camera is working. If I move a little bit. Oh man. Well, you see? The camera is working fine. Let's hide it back. Okay. Well, this was the video. If you like it, please give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.